Greetings! Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Mudslide Monday, the return. How's everyone doing out there? Hi, Ola! Let's see here. Did I actually put myself in just chatting? Yes, I did. I remember to. It's a miracle. I always forget that when I actually want to chat before a stream. Uh, Give me for a moment. Had a weird bit of plastic that somehow got into my mudslide. Didn't expect a storm today. Oh no. Yeah, I woke up to a rainstorm in progress. It wasn't a loud one. It was raining pretty decently. It was gray and dark, but there was no thunder or anything. And of course, the first thing I did was get up and open all the curtains, the blackout curtains, thinking I'd let sunlight in and energize myself. And it's like, oh, of course there would be no light today since I actually did this. Oh, stream. Didn't expect to stream today. Well, I managed to stay awake all day. I haven't had that weird pressure that seems to precede the crash. And after chatting with my therapist, I of course scheduled so Tuesdays. I am not going to be online. No internet, no screens. People on my Discord in the right spot. I've heard about that already. But that meant I had to change my thinking around my stream schedule because it can't be Tuesdays if I'm not going to be online at all on Tuesdays. So I thought, okay, I might as well bring back Mudslide Mondays because I was craving a mudslide. I felt up to streaming. By the way, I do have 16 ounces of mudslide here, so I usually make about a 10-ounce mudslide at most. And so this is what Mudslide Monday is all about. Not that even the 16 ounces has any hope of affecting a person of my size. A 435-pound person who hypermetabolizes alcohol is not going to get too damaged by a mudslide. What's a mudslide, you ask? There are actually multiple answers to this question depending upon who you're talking to and what generation they're from. The original mudslide, the one that I usually make if I make it from scratch, is, well, they're all basically dessert drinks, but it's basically a sweet drink that's made of 2 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of Bailey's Irish Cream, an ounce of Kahlua, all poured over ice, and then you add milk or heavy cream to basically top up the glass, and then you stir it. So it's a very sweet, rich drink. There's also a frozen version that actually people make in different ways. Some mix vodka and ice cream, and then use chocolate syrup instead of the my brain stopped, instead of the Kahlua, or not vodka and cream. They use Bailey's and ice cream. And some do it with blended Bailey's and vodka and blending that with ice and then adding some chocolate syrup. The one I've got is actually a weird premix that's made with rum and chocolate, and it's really good. It tastes the same way every other properly mixed mudslide tastes, but it's a little smoother, a little less alcohol burn because there's not quite so much alcohol in it. But no, they're great. If you're not an alcohol drinking person, yeah, you'd probably avoid it to begin with. But it's a very sweet drink, which is one of the reasons why I like it, because I like sweet things. Of course, I also drink whiskey and bourbon and different ales. I used to collect ports, but I never actually liked drinking port. So, oh no, the kiddos have figured out that I'm here. I'm being invaded by cats, both of whom are rubbing against my legs to get attention. So it goes. So let's see here. Um, Thank you for killing it. Why collect it then? Why collect the parts? It's one of those weird executive things because this was back when I was chief technology officer at United Health Group, and senior architect at Target. Uh, Basically, if you were an executive, you did two things: you golfed and you collected port wines. And your whole thing was what sort of collection you built that went deep in vintage. So my thing was mostly early 70s ports. um, but ports, if you know or if you don't know, are fortified wines. So they're wine with an alcohol content to begin with, and then they add more alcohol. Um, and yeah, I did the added alcohol just is this. No, I do like some wines. I like mostly blush wines like Chardonnay or a White Zinfandel, something like that. That's more fruity and such. I'm not really into reds, which is what ports are. Uh, but yeah, so when I retired, I actually gave all of my port collection to my boss, who was one of my favorite people. Um, and I knew he would actually make good use of it. And he was well, his whole plan when he retired was to open a vineyard himself. Um, Great guy, great guy. I'm not gonna get into too much of that history, but yeah. So I gave it to him. Let's see if I can capture this. It looks like I need to actually capture a different browser. I don't know if this is gonna work the way I want. Lexi, hey kiddo, thank you for the 67 months. You're awesome. My biggest fan. Let's see here. I want to find Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll. Because let's talk anime for a little bit before we start playing anything. Why do I know I'm subscribed to Crunchyroll? Why is it not turning up on my YouTube list? I don't know. I guess we'll do a manual search. Alyssa, hi Alyssa. How's it going? Yes, as I was just explaining to Uli, I have a 16. Well, it's now 15 ounces because I've already had an ounce, but a 16-ounce premix mudslide here with one of the giant ass ice cubes that you use for whiskey. So it is nice to keep it cool, but the ice cube only takes up about an ounce and a half of space in the glass. So lots of mudslide. Ryan, you were on your way to Costco, otherwise you'd be joining you in a second. No worries. I appreciate you stopping by. Um, we're going to talk anime for a little bit here. I'm just trying to find the clips I'm looking for. I think I'll have to go to their channel. Let's see if I can actually show this. There we go. There we go. That's probably big enough for this. Hopefully that's vivid enough, bright enough. But I watched the latest episode of the Klutzy School Monitor and the Girl with the Short Skirt today, and it is my favorite of the season. Now, mind you, that's by a hair. That's very much by a hair, but I love the art style. I love the characters, and I love the sense of humor it's got. Um, and the fact that as a romance, it's doing the right things, romance-wise, that I like. As soon as we get home, though, I'll be getting your own drink. That's probably not a mudslide, but still the adult variety of beverage. Well, go for it. Grab one. Join us. After we're done talking about media, we'll be doing the Mortal Shell 2 beta probably. But let me see if I can find clips here. Does that work? There we go. Let's just watch the trailer first for people who aren't familiar with it.
ずにろくなのいねえんだよ。ポンコツと天然男が廊下を走るのは高速違反ですよ。どっか怪我なんてしてねえだろうな。あこら。お役に立てて光栄ですよ。
I just tried to deafen myself.
なんなんですか。ほらみよ、やっぱり委員会のやつじゃねえか。生徒会長の大和なでしこです。
必ず奴を打ち負かしてくれる。
いつの間にそんな仲良くなったの？羨ましいにゃ。
ポエムさん、やはりあなたは素敵な人です。
恥ずかしいこと言ってんじゃねえよ。すみません。くっそ、ポンコツ不機員め。
独り言恋の頃。
ポエさ、もう付き合っちゃえばいいのに。あいつはそういうんじゃねえから。あの時補習受けてなかったら、あいつと喋るようにもなってなかっただろうな。
なんとなくポエムさんがいる気がして、無意識に笑顔になっていたようです。
こいつはさ。
大丈夫ですか？顔が真っ赤ですが。
ああ、もううるさいな。
But it's great. Like I said, I love the art style and everything. I like the way the characters came about. I won't completely spoil anything, but when confession time comes, there's none of this drawn out. No, I don't know how I feel. Blah 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 blah. The guy basically comes up and says, here's how I feel about you. I have to express it to you. Okay, see you, Alyssa. Get all the good stuff. I kind of wish I had Costco membership because it would save me some money right now on some of the different things I'm trying to do. But anyway, back to our anime. And he's just very forthright, and he doesn't set any expectations. He's not like, I'm going to wait here for her to answer me or anything else. He's forthright. He tells her how he feels, and then he basically just lets her be to her own devices. And so it's lighter that she comes back because she's trying to figure out, okay, this guy is so straightforward and so rigid is the wrong term. Naive isn't really the term either, but I'll use that. But it comes across as so naive that is that really what he meant with his confession, or did he just mean something else related to friendship? And she thinks about it for a little bit, and she thinks she's got it figured out. And this is like in the space of an episode between the episode he confesses and the next episode. And they're sitting on the bench together, and, she just asks. And he's like, this is exactly what I meant. And, we go from there. It's not all this screwing around. And then they go. And now they're into this thing of course, he's still the guy he was. He's a class monitor. His whole life is built around managing students at school, right? To try and keep them in the quote, moral behavior. And so he's got to reconcile what his role is in school and his stuff with what's going on at the school. And of course, it's all humorous. It's done well. I don't want to pretend everything's a joke, but the way it's set up is, it's done lightly. It's not a big drama-filled thing that we're going to have to sit here and dwell on for ages. And the secondary characters are great. Like this guy here, this little sniveling little guy here, he's another one of the executive members of the school. So like the class monitor is considered part of the executive council. This guy is actually the librarian, and he's a wheezy little dirtbag for the most part. But when you put books around him, because he's librarian, when you put books around him, he's magically transformed into this very suave, handsome, tall guy. And the way they do it is just hilarious because you know what he's like. And you know what the transformation does, but they can literally force this transformation on him by like strapping books to him. It's funny. And Then you've got the student council president. Do we have a good picture of the student council president? I don't know if we do. We've got the student council president, who is just your typical comedically aggressive superwoman doing it. Actually, energy in that image is palpable. Hi, Don. And of course, she and the vice president really actually like each other, and she's aware of it, but the vice president isn't, because he doesn't see her as a woman. He just sees her as a childhood friend. And so there's an episode where she basically, I don't want to say transforms, because the audience knows exactly what she is, but she basically takes off her glasses. It's a beach episode. And so she changes out of the more conservative outfit she's wearing. She puts on a bikini and all that. And the vice president, of course, is such an idiot because he can't see her as a woman that he can't recognize that that is the school president. And it just ends up being very embarrassing for them both, because he's embarrassed because he's attracted to this woman that he doesn't know, even though he's supposed to be the prim proper vice president. And she's trying to get him to realize who she is, but she's embarrassing herself at the same time because she's not used to being that forward and getting the type of feedback she's getting from him. And it's just, I love the way it all flows together. Let's see if there's a decent clip here. I think there was one literally of that, but maybe it was a short. I don't know. But I'm trying very hard to get people into watching this show. No, it's not going to show me. I mean, this right here that I'm pointing at, that's the school president. And I mean, I know there was an episode or a clip that was posted, but it must not have been Crunchyroll that posted it. But so again, you can see me gush all about this in the Discord if you go into the Discord. But you know what? I don't have a Discord. I have to remember to add the Discord command back to my shortcuts. There we go. So if you're looking, go into the Discord. There is a Weeb World channel that's all about anime and manga and stuff. Talk about this there. The other show I want to get into, because it surprised me so much. It really did. Whoops. Is one that's called An Observation Log of My Fiancée Who Calls Herself a Villainess. And I'll play the trailer for that quick, and then I'll talk about it. Whoop. Play.
このネックレスに誓いますわ。立派な悪役令嬢になってみせると。私は悪役令嬢ですの。私の役目は殿下とヒロインの仲を引き裂いて、最後はギャフンと言わされることなんですわ。
そう、これから楽しいことになりそうだね。
殿下とヒロインが確実に結ばれるためにはどうすればいいのか一生懸命考えましたの。
その一生懸命は必要ないんだけどな。
セシル殿下はご年齢の割に少し落ち着きすぎではありませんか。もしかして転生者だったりします。
またよくわからない単語が出てきたね。
私はゲームのバーティアとは違う美しく気高い悪の花になるのですから、私頑張りますわ。
今度は何をしようとしているのかな。可愛い姫君を逃さないために私は日々頑張っているからね。
殿下。
そう、可愛い姫君を逃さないためにね。
散る運命だとしてもあくまで美しく、私は一流の悪の花になってみせます。テレビアニメ自称悪役令嬢な婚約。
Okay, so you never expected me to like this. I didn't when I watched the first episode either. As I've said, I was prepared to just drop it at that point, except I saw that the next episode aged them up. So let's talk about the premise here for a second. The premise of this anime is you have typical isekai. There was a girl who was really into this Otome game, and we don't know how she died or anything. At least I don't remember them covering that. But she, of course, gets sucked into the Otome game in the role of the villainess. And because she knows all the events that are supposed to happen, she decides it's her role to really, truly be the villainess to ensure that things come out the way they should in the game for the route where the heroine gets together with the prince. And the first episode was a complete turnoff to me because it starts out with them as tweens, barely more than toddlers, being introduced to each other as fiance. And she's doing all this dumping of information on him. And the whole thing with his character that's established right away is that he's basically an emotionless genius. So he just sees everything in terms of what pieces he can move around on the chessboard, as it were. And, he doesn't really have an interest in people or things or anything else. But when she shows up and she's spouting all this stuff and she's, I can't hear him, excuse me a second. And she's going on and on about how he needs to end up with the heroine and she's going to be the perfect villainess to make certain everything comes together. He's intrigued by that and he finds that amusing because he's never encountered anyone like this. And they were these tweens for the whole episode. And it seemed like this was going to be something where they were probably drawn out and aging for a while. And it's like the whole tween thing one didn't work for me because it was just kind of annoying. I found the prince himself to be really annoying because the coldly logical, emotionless guy, we've seen that in anime before, and it's a boring trope. And Bertia, which is the villainess, just fell really over the top and honestly kind of annoying. And so it got to the end of the episode, and I remember even posting about it going, well, no, I don't think this is going to be it because these tweens are just too annoying. I don't want to watch tweens in love. And I just happened to let the credits run long enough to see the really quick post-credit scene, which was the preview for the next episode, and they both looked to be older. It's like, okay, if it's going to age them up fast, then maybe I'll give it one more shot. And the next week, that's exactly what happened. They actually aged them up like 3 or 4 times in one episode. And they did it in a way that, it sounds like it would be cut. And that's not really the way it worked over the course of, 20, 22, 25-minute episode. It worked the way they flowed between things. Although at times it was a little hard to tell that they had made the transition. You just kind of had to figure it out in hindsight. But it brought things up to an age where they were in school, you were getting to meet secondary characters, and it was becoming a lot more interesting. At that point, I said, okay, I'll give it a third ep. And the third ep completely hooked me because watching her work to try and make the events of the Otome game play out and meeting who's supposed to be the heroine of the game, who, honestly, I don't want to spoil anything, because this may or may not still be the way it plays out. So bear with me. I'm trying very hard to keep this unspoiled. But it seemed to me like the heroine might also have been isekai'd in, because she seems to know exactly what has to happen herself. So we've got two characters trying to make this happen. And the comedic rub of it all comes from the fact that the prince just absolutely doesn't want anything to do with the heroine. He's fascinated with Bertia. He's fascinated with the villainess because she's the first and only person to really capture his attention and make him interested in people. And so as everyone else tries to set things up to get the right events to happen, and he keeps thwarting them, that's where a lot of the humor comes from. And honestly, I just started to really, really like the way it all progressed. Now, see, to see a fatalistic theme to your anime. Just no agency for anyone. Faith has been set. Except the whole point of this, right, is that it hasn't been set. The fate hasn't been set. Nothing has been set. Just everyone except the prince is trying to make well, not everyone. The two main ladies except the prince are trying to make this happen, even though they have to be against each other at the same time. Sounds like the prince is getting stuck in a love triangle. Yes and no. I don't really want to spoil that too much, but let's just say that there's not really a triangle. That there's only one actual love and romance going on here, but it's going to feel like the potential for a triangle for quite a while. And then the way that all plays out, it's not something where you're going to be waiting till the end of the season. It actually gets resolved in episode 9 or 10. I kind of forgot what number we're on now. But yeah, each episode I came to love the show more and more and more. And whereas I wouldn't have ranked it in the first few episodes in my top 10 at all for the season, it's in a consistent battle with Marriage Toxin for second place. And Marriage Toxin I'm going to get into next. But yeah, so the whole transition from the first episode to where I am now, it's just like every time I watch a new episode, I kind of want to go, oh, this is the new number 2. This is the new number. It's like, no, because I know the moment I watch Marriage Toxin, I'm going to feel the same way. One thing I will say is I went to see if there were light novels for this because I always do. And sometimes I regret doing that because I get spoilers. I've had a spoiler for this series. It's not going to be a surprise how this season turns out. It really isn't. Even if you went and guessed before the light novels, I figured out before the light novels. But it made me very happy because it sounds like there could be a really good season 2 coming as well. Even though this will be resolved or has been resolved already by this point. So that's fine for number 2. Then I'm going to talk about number 3. Ul is very familiar with number 3 already. And then we'll move on to other topics. So this is that's the first trailer. I thought there was a better trailer. Yeah, second trailer. So I'm gonna let it play and then I'll talk.
これは毒使いゲロヒカルの婚活物語である。
俺は毒使いの家督を継ぐため結婚しなければならない。
結婚詐欺師木之崎芽衣ちゃんです。
お前が必要だ。俺の結婚を手伝ってくれ。
本当にゲロ君は家督のために結婚したいわけ？
俺だって本当に好きな相手と出会って普通に仲良く楽しい人生を送りてえよ。
これだよゲロ君の最大の魅力。意外と熱いじゃん。人だ好き。
Yeah, I made Lexi watch this.
殺されるかもしれないんだよ。
死んでください。
大切だと思える誰かと出会って連れ添えるの。
推しのためなら死んで本望じゃい。
死ぬほど奇跡みたいなことだから。
ゲロ君いい？肝心なのは見極め。アウト！
あいつは周りが勝手に恐れおののいているだけで、どうやって本当は普通にいいやつだ。
仕事以外で女子に触れたことがないわけで。よろしく頼む。もう大丈夫だ。だろ？ありがとな。お前が必要だ。あんたを助けに来た。
困ったやつだよ。絶対見つけてみせます。ゲロ君と一緒に。
But yeah, the premise for this show, and I'd say this for the lurkers because, again, I know that Ula and Lexi have watched it. Lexi, I dragged into it, and she got into it right away, although there's a character she really dislikes, and we'll talk about that later. But the whole premise of this is that you have all these assassins with special powers that have been put into their bloodlines over the decades. And this one Garo, he is supposed to become the next head of the Poison Masters clan. But he has to get married to do that, and he really doesn't have any interest in marriage at the start of the series, whereas his lesbian sister has a girlfriend and all that, and because he won't do it, because he's not interested in getting married, the head of the family tells the lesbian sister she's going to have to marry some guy and have kids and become the head of the clan, which they never actually make any big deal of the fact that she's a lesbian. It's one of those things in passing when she mentions her girlfriend. But he instantly realizes, no, that's not what he wants for his sister. He wants his sister to, be happy and have her life and everything else. So he'll get married. And part of this was also spurred by talking to another master who is engaged. And so he ends up rescuing this person who's considered a marriage swindler. And I don't want to give away anything around that because that's one of the best parts of the series. But in the end, in exchange for rescuing the marriage swindler, why did I suddenly forget Kikasuda? All of a sudden I can't remember the name. Kinosaki, that's what it was. That's the name of the marriage swindler. In exchange for rescuing them, they will help him find a partner. And so from there, he starts to help people instead of being an assassin. And you get to meet new characters, and it's all sorts of fun. It's got my second favorite art style of the season for a couple of reasons. Let's see if I can find a decent shot here. They make really, really good use of color. Like I love her hair, but that's a minor thing. I don't know if they have a close-up of her eyes. But her eyes, for instance, the way they've done her eyes, it's actually a split triad of color complements, which I love. It's absolutely love. And they always put her in different outfits that also have lots of good color complements in them, whether it just be the scarf or the whole outfit. And her outfits change every time. His outfit stays the same. Her outfits change, and it's just great. And like the scarf here, forget the fact that she's getting smacked there, but like the scarf here with all the colors, and they give her different hairstyles. It's just really well done, and the animation is really well done. And the characters you meet are really well done. Can I say that enough? There are a couple weak spots, like compared to Klutz. Amazing. I might stop talking for a second because we're about to have an ad break. Tell you what, while the ad break is going, I will just play a couple of other shorts from the show, and then we'll come back to talking about it after the ad break. How does that sound? So we'll just stick to stuff that's in the first episode for the most part. That way we're not really spoiling stuff, but like here's where they save her and do the proposal.
"死にたくなければ俺と結婚しろ。俺は毒使いの家督を継ぐため結婚しなければならない。誰かと一緒になるなら俺を好いてくれてるお前がいい。弟の病気も俺なら援助できる。
私こんなに幸せでいいんでしょうか。もちろん。絶対嫌に決まってんじゃん。その顔が見たかった。
And of course, right, just gonna accept a marriage proposal from the person currently killing them.
やられるのは超ムカつくじゃん。すっきりした。世の中のカップルってね、性格とか経済力とか外見とか何かしら釣り合ってるから付き合ってんの。命握ってる相手に求婚するようなクソ野郎じゃ誰とも釣り合わないって。
だよな。
There's one. And let's see if there's a good character one. Sorry, scrolled too far. There was a spoiler there. Ignore the spoiler. Unfortunately, there's another good clip from the first episode there. Oh, wait. Here.
お前が本気で命乞いするならもう一
一
度
般人をかもるクズ野郎
They
の
finish?
になるぐらいなら死んだ方がマシ。
言うね。裏社会で飯食ってるくせに一般人巻き込みたくねえとかぬりーポリシー掲げてるやつは生き残れねえんだよ。その
Actually, that's weird. It should not have run an ad
お前
yet.
の武器を使えなくしてやるよ。次は散弾銃。
ボス前
ケロ君、
構わねえ。ひっくりしまえ。
So as you can see, there's not just comedy. There's plenty of action too. It's a really well put together show. But so a little tidbit: been listening more consistently to Shake Not Baby than Iron Metal lately. Every day at least once. Yeah, it's a good ending. It's a good ending. I prefer the Ope. I prefer Killer Kiss. I think that's the best opening of the season. I think the second best opening is Hide and Seek from Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, which is also in my top 5 anime. But so anyway, that's the show, and I highly recommend the show as well. In fact, I'm not gonna pull up any more trailers and stuff to watch, but I recommend Always a Catch, which for literally the whole first half of the season I thought would stay my number 1 show, and the only reason it isn't is because it's still great fun. It's still charming. I still love the characters and everything. It's just, it's not deviating from its formula very much. So it's kind of introduced some new characters, but it hasn't really changed any dynamics. It hasn't used those new characters to really expand the main characters at all or anything. So it's a fun little watch. Don't get me wrong. I highly recommend Always a Catch as well, just as a fun little watch. But it's not doing anything. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku probably runs out the top 5 for me at the moment. And I like that just because it's the type of current otaku/geek romance anime I like. And I like the characters. They're fun, and they're doing it. I did check out I Want to Endless Love Game. I watched the first 2 eps when they first came out, and I was bored. I was bored to tears. It's like, okay, another one of these things where the childhood friends have grown up and loved each other. Only in this case, they have a game where they torment each other by saying that they love each other and seeing if they can get that to screw the other one up. Where it's like, okay, at this point, obviously, you've eroded any hope of getting it to be serious early on, so it's going to be played for comedy for quite a while, and it's not interesting. Yeah. The first 2 episodes were just stupid little gotchas of, oh, I lied about this, I lied about that, blah, blah, blah. Well, the whole time they're secretly going, well, yes, I really do love this person. Yes, I'm going to react to what they do. So yeah, that was, see, I can understand the reaction to Kaguya-sama as well, because the first time I started watching it, I was the same way. And it was the secondary characters who made it for me. But I got far too bored with Love Game before we ever met any real interesting secondary characters. Yeah, we've had the talk before about the chasing stuff. So yeah, those things are interesting. And of course, the other reason why Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku interests me is because of that video we both saw that makes it sound like it could end up as a polycule. And I think it could actually work. I hesitate to say things like that because a lot of these otaku shows and harem anime and all that fall into, and we've talked about this in the Discord, into the role of incel bait, right? oh, I'm an otaku who doesn't have friends and is socially awkward and everything else. Yet all these women are gonna fall for me. In the end, I'll be with all of them. And usually, so it comes down to having to choose one. But in this case, you've got the otaku who's a really nice guy and everything. And the reason why it might work in this case, at least based upon what was in that video and the manga pages that they were showing, is that it doesn't seem like it was necessary. The guy's nice. The guy's obviously good natured and all that, and he's not a milquetoast. Well, not really a milquetoast, but the two girls are the ones who are really like, we don't need to fight about this. We're best friends. We like each other. We like the same guy. Well, I'm not calling it a spoiler because we don't know that this is what's going to happen. It could still go the traditional route if he chooses one over the other. And if you were to base it on the way most manga would handle this, he's going to go with the other otaku. They're going to end up together. That would be the typical ending, which is part of the reason why I kind of want to see this work out and be different, because my personal favorite is not the otaku. Yeah, Hokkaido Gals, you also had two good friends. Well, yeah, two in the end, three if you count the upperclassmen. And I don't want to spoil anything. I have read all the way through Hokkaido Gals manga twice. And I know how it ends, so I don't want to spoil anything there. But yeah, it's a good manga. I really like it. So anyway, that's the manga discussion for the moment. There are discussions to be had. I'd like to talk anime and manga on a weekly basis for a little bit. I have lots of thoughts around it. I've been watching anime and reading manga literally my entire life. My mother started me on Kimbo the White Lion when I was a baby. When she was home, because they were actually airing it here. And, I was watching Battle of the Planets, which was a bad recut of Gotcha Man and Star Blazers and all that when I was really young. So I can literally say I've been watching anime for 57 years, reading manga for probably about, 40 years, because it wasn't really available in print until late 80s here. And so on, and it was great. So yeah, I want to talk more about this because I have thoughts. We've talked about in the Discord too about how they treat the male gaze and how character development happens. I'd like to talk about the isekai tropes because I too am tired of isekai. Not quite in the same way you do, because I guess most of the isekais I've watched recently, the isekai might as well not exist. It's just, okay, person went to another world and they got their powers, but nothing about their previous life really matters. So they're a couple where it's kind of on the edge. Obviously, like the one we like with Fell, I suddenly can't remember the name, but where he can access the online grocery store. Obviously his knowledge of his old life and all that is important for being able to access that and such, but it's not even really much in that anime either. Campfire cooking, yeah, thank you. Because sure, he remembers his old life, but it means nothing. He's just wandering around cooking. That's his life. He's wandering around cooking. So the isekai part doesn't really mean anything. It's just a setup to give him the access to the online store and to know what that stuff means. I'm okay with stuff like that. I'm not so fond of the isekai, and I think this might have been what you were getting at, where the guy comes over and he gets all the powers and he knows he's overpowered because he's come in and just dominates everything. And you don't need isekai to do that, for one thing. Let's just look at, one of my favorites, which is I was banished from the hero's party and lived a quiet life in the countryside. I might have gotten that name slightly wrong, but with Red and Rit. Rudy is definitely an overpowered character, but her growth and all that is much more interesting without any isekai. And they could have made her or the main character or both of them, the brother and sister, isekais, Gideon and slash Red, and tried to do that, but there's no point. There's nothing about it that doesn't. Yeah, Freerun also doesn't need it to do that. Like the Western style of isekai that is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Finally finished book one yesterday, Needland. Well, I've got it digitally. It's on the Kindle. I just haven't started it yet because I'm trying to wrap up all these older manga and light novels and everything else that I bought over the years that are collecting dust. Because, of course, I get into an anime and then I end up buying the light novel, the first one or two light novels for the anime. And then I get done with the anime and I forget to go back and actually read the light novels. You don't have Kindle Unlimited anymore? I have Kindle Unlimited. We both had Kindle Unlimited, so. Yeah, don't worry about it. But anyway, these are all topics. Again, if you're lurking and you want to get into these type of discussions, go into the Discord, go to the Weeb World channel, and post your thoughts on anime and manga and stuff. And, we can talk about it there. And then I'll bring some of these topics back and I'll talk about it on the stream. On the manga side, I just want to say that the new volume of Fragrant, God damn it, my brain just went south. Fragrant Flower. I suddenly can't remember what it's called. Ula. What is the full title? Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Thank you. The newest volume comes out at midnight tonight for me because I have it pre-ordered digitally. And our precious cinnamon rolls. I don't think Ula will disagree with me at all. Out of all the manga and light novels I've read, these are the two most precious cinnamon rolls I've ever encountered in the main couple. And anything bad happens to them, the author might have to answer to me for it. That's how I feel about this. My favorite light novel series and one of my favorite anime series is Rascal Does Not Dream. So, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, and then each of the books and subsequent seasons has a different title. Those are my favorites, and that's actually my favorite overall relationship in anime and manga. And I won't get into all that today. But as far as the one I feel most protective of, it's the main couple in Fragrant Flower. And actually, not even just the main couple, the secondary couple. I don't know, I'm going to have to make myself notes before future things because my brain is suddenly going blank on names. But Silver-Haired Girl, who's the best friend of that. Anything to do with your cinnamon buns gets instant reflex responses. Correct. So anyway, we can do that. We'll talk about other things. If you post topics in the Discord, I'll be happy to bring them up. I don't do politics on stream. As a Lynxian, not part of your planet, I certainly have thoughts about politics and religion and lots of controversial topics, but I'm not going to get into them on stream. I'll get into media and games and the like, but not that. So feel free to post any topics you want me to talk about, and we'll come back to them. For now, to actually get into some gameplay, why don't we check out the what the heck? Why did it do that? Oh, I know why I did that. Let's get into Mortal Shell 2. I have not set this up yet because I decided on this literally as I was starting the stream. I have so many games. For those who aren't familiar, I have a 2,400 plus game library just on Steam alone, and thousands among all the other platforms and PS4 and not PS4, PS5 and everything else. So lots of games to play. But despite having all those games, we're going to play an open beta for a game that's not coming out yet. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go to our in-game screen. This is going to attempt to go to a different audio output. So let me grab that before it becomes super loud and I get in trouble with my neighbors. Come on, scroll! Scroll, you bastards. Why, there we go. I'm like, why is it not popping up? Okay, do you have decent volume? It looks like I probably have to turn that up a bit. Oh, that's the monitor. Compiling shaders. How excited. Gaming Gamer Games coming out now or never. You ordered your favorite Chinese food and a boba drink. You kind of forgot that. Whoops. Whoops. So you're just getting the mango or the orange, whichever one it was, but without the poppin' boba? And I have to ask, is your favorite Chinese now Panda or Lian Chen? Because I by far prefer Lian Chen. Would be happy never to go back to Panda. And not just because of that one horrible, unexpected red pepper that burned the crap out of my mouth. Hey, mine too. Yeah. For those who don't know, I like spice. I like heat. I usually get heat and spice, and I used to actually collect hot sauces with a friend of mine back when I was working all the time. And we got Panda Express 2 Saturdays ago and ordered just the standard Kung Pao chicken. You know, it's not anything you'd expect to be spicy, and it overall wasn't. It was very mild, in my opinion. Except I bit into this one pepper, and it wasn't even the first pepper. It was like the third of the peppers. And I bit into the pepper, and my mouth was instantly on fire in a way I have never experienced before. I don't know what the hell was with that pepper. It was some sort of mutant pepper, as Lexi says. Never seen me react to a pepper like that ever in their 27 years, because I haven't. Again, I like spice. And the only time ever, yeah, I think you're right, Don. The one at the bottom. But the only time I'd ever had an experience like that, and it was actually even worse, was way back when I worked in publishing. So this was 1998, 1999. And the building we worked in had a new restaurant downstairs. And I went downstairs for lunch, and they had this spicy chicken called sizzling chicken. I thought, okay, you know, because I was doing spice then too. It's like, God, this is nothing. So I'll go ahead and I'll order the spicy chicken because it sounds pretty good, and I like spicy food. And I remember it coming out, and I was eating by myself. There were other people in the restaurant, of course, but I was eating by myself. And I had a couple of veggies, and they were good. And I cut off a bite of the chicken, and I put the bite into my mouth, and my mouth exploded. That was literally the only way to describe it. My mouth exploded. My mouth immediately went sharp pain and then completely numb. It was the most horrifying thing I can imagine. And it took me probably 20, 25 minutes for my mouth to get to the point where I could feel anything again. That's how incredibly bad it was. I mean, I didn't even eat anymore. I just kept gulping down water, which of course was not helping, but I wasn't ordering milk because you'd have to pay by the glass. Gulping down water, paid my bill, went back upstairs to my desk. And I remember the server basically came over being like, is there something wrong with your meal? It's like, no, I was just not expecting the spiciness level. But yeah, this pepper was second only to that experience and things that have thrown me off. I need to get together. Yeah, we do. And in fact, I was gonna talk about that later. We need to get our Fortnite crew back up and running. Now that we've got new stuff happening in Fortnite, and we've got a whole bunch of multiplayer games that I picked up. You know, like Peak and RV There Yet. And so on. And I just picked up one. Well, I shouldn't say I picked up. It was gifted to me. I'm going to play with Yuzu. Which is No Rest for the Wicked Together, which is an ARPG by the group that made the two Ori games, Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisp. So I'm really looking forward to it. Figured I'd try that out Friday night for the first time, just in the Discord. You've been looking at that? Yeah. I'm willing to play the odd hour since I don't have a schedule, except for Tuesdays when I won't be online. Suppose I should be looking at what's happening on the screen here, huh? Well, then both of you, Dark is older than me. Hierarchy defined, that's right. I'm the old man here. I'm the very old man here. Wait, you can't see... Oh. Yeah, I suppose it would help. My apologies. Capture specific window. God dang it, Xbox. I shut down all your widgets once and you put them back. Transform. Okay, there we go. Game that actually takes up the whole screen. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's see here. Travel again in about a month. Got a busy year ahead? No, lots of travel. Older than your brother Coast. Okay, let's see here. Stick with that, stick with that, stick with that. Well, we'll just leave everything as it is. Actually, do. We'll try this for now. Welcome to the Mortal Shell 2 beta. Whoops. I also realized that I need to change my stream info. We're no longer just chatting. Okay, there we go. This is a work in progress, and you may encounter some bugs, performance issues, and unfinished content during your time with the game. If we... Okay, usual stuff. Celebrating your 3-year mod anniversary. Button! Woo! Thanks for being a mod for me, Don. I greatly appreciate it. Button. Less... You were comparable to Amelie yesterday.
When the old prisoner broke his bonds, the foundling rose to the sky and became a beacon. Fulgrim fell quiet for a time until the Undermether arrived.
Why is my mouth going like mad? There's no background noise.
Her remains were worshipped. Yet that was not enough. They carved temples from her bones, pilfered the wealth of her womb.
Okay, hopefully that's all done.
Within her helm, a foul passenger festered, whispering madness. Until it broke.
Nope, it's still gonna go occasionally without me.
Kin turned upon kin. The temples were ravaged, her eggs lost. She feared all her ova were gone, spoiled, tainted. But one did survive. A strong one.
Ova, eggs. Can I get this stupid arrow off my screen, please? I'm using a controller. Take the arrow away. Oh, food god just went off. I'm like, both catches were running out.
You hatched here, but you
Go away.
belong
Go away.
somewhere else. Arise, Harbinger.
This is the second time I've seen a scary animal with a face inside the mouth. Is everyone ripping off Dorohedoro now? Because that's the thing there. The main character is a big lizard with a head inside his mouth. Okay. Do we have any? We can dodge. Or dash. However you want to look at that. That appears to be it. Go in there. Nothing there. The camera is definitely responsive, so I'll have to be careful. Or that Top Gear style when they introduce a new steak cousin. I guess I'm just going out because it's not giving me anything here I can grab. Unless there was something in my coffin. Nope. Turns out I missed the giant sword that was right in front of my face. Because that's what usually happens with me. It's okay, dear. I'm not going to hurt you. Just looking around for a weapon. Let's hope I don't need one yet. Why do you want me to...
On ahead. I need a few more flowers before I can join the others.
Did you see your comment about your book dissing Peter? Which book?
I'll be done soon. You go on.
Carl too? No. I missed that. We're about to have an ad break, so I will stop for a moment and let the ad break play, and then we'll do it. I imagine I'm going to... Nope. Maybe I'm not going to find anyone here yet. And I'll scroll up and look for it. Okay, we got a few seconds before the ad starts, so I'm just going to stop there for a minute and see if I can find the... Which, by the way, the second Dungeon Crawl book totally did... Well, you don't say what it is. How did they diss Peter? Shonara telling merchants and his... Aha, I see. I don't know what happened to my ad breaks. My ad breaks are split from what they usually are. I'm okay with it as long as I see it and stop playing, but... halfway through my mudslide, the ice cube is going much faster than it did in my drink yesterday. So you've told me how the format of the books is them essentially being thrown into an RPG. Yes. Yes, you have. See, I'm not ashamed to admit that I watch enough streams that I went ahead and paid for Twitch Turbo so that I don't have to deal with the ads. I wish that applied to me as a streamer. I wouldn't have to have ads if I paid for Turbo, but went downhill hard, harder than the cars they threw off cliffs. Oh, you're talking about Top Gear? Like, what does that have to do with it? Okay, we're back. Let's see what's going on. Oh,
I want to meet the Undermother first.
You don't deserve for this.
I'm going to meet her and you can't stop me. I'm going to meet her and you
Okay.
can't stop me.
you got to choose races and classes, and there's a ton of classes that were made based on Earth, and one of them that was recommended was Artist Alley Mogul. They made goofy comments about the artist. Awesome. I'll try and get around to starting the first book soon. I just, like I said, I'm trying to catch up on a lot of the old stuff.
I think I feel her presence. The mother. She's near.
Mainly the sarcastic, slightly mean AI and the talking cat.
I think I feel her presence.
Okay.
The mother. She's near.
Hi there. Am I going to have to slaughter all of you?
If only I could be so wild and carefree today. I envy them.
Okay. I don't believe for a second I have stick drift, but their immersive camera is starting to annoy me with moving around on its own. Why are you still showing me keyboard commands? I'm using a controller. Okay, so typical, you hold down the left character and that sprints.
Something to remember us by.
Oh, how nice. Much prettier than my actual face.
Something to remember us by. Come on, Lavender. Will you dance with me? Guess not. Go on then. They're waiting for you.
Do. Alien dance. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who this face reminds me of.
Scared, Lavender.
Or lack of a face.
Mother doesn't like me.
Ow. I should have gotten up and walked around on that last ad break. My legs are starting to hurt.
What if Mother doesn't like me?
Well, then maybe she'll eat you.
Scared, Lavender. What if Mother doesn't like me?
I don't mean to dish your attempt at a story here.
Don't hurt Navi. Fetch the bucket.
No!
We need
Oh, no.
blood for the ritual.
How could you?
I don't mean to miss the attempt at a story given the last game. Didn't really have a story as far as I could tell. You just kind of wandered around from location to location fighting things and getting stronger, but there didn't seem to be much of a story behind it.
Please, let me go.
Don't be silly. We're meeting Method today.
But this is boring and drawn out.
We're ready for you.
Anything I can do something with? No.
Come closer. It's time to claim what's yours.
My first shell!
This night, Haros. He was once
Okay.
like any mortal. Driven by the illusion of self. Now he's pure. A vessel to be filled
I feel I should point out I was very bad at the first game and gave up on it.
with purpose.
I liked it, I was just very bad at it.
Your purpose.
Yeah, I'm not a great gamer to begin with, but hi there. But yeah, the first game required so much precision for pairing and everything that I just couldn't do it.
You're more than a weapon, child. Find what remains of me.
Cutscene! Oh, everybody's been turned to stone, huh? Having not played a Souls-like, I'm sure you're doing better than I would. Yeah, it's not really your type of game. Just like we have to pick a Friday and get back to a fast food simulator with Yuzu. But you insist upon showing me keyboard controls, which does not help me. Well, that was the shell. I didn't mean to do that. How do I inspect? Well, this is annoying. There's the block. Heavy attack. What the? I have a gun? Apparently I have a gun. Okay, this must be how I inspect. Okay, tar stones were just enhancements like in the first game. Oh, okay, this is really annoying. I'm not using the keyboard, you annoying thing. Given I imagine most people are playing with this, are playing this with a controller, this is kind of annoying that it's not. Block incoming attacks, timer right to perfect guard and deal break damage. Yep, that's the thing I kept getting wrong before. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just a beta issue, but it's the type of beta issue that if the majority of your players are likely to be using a controller, and I suspect they are, you would fix that before putting out the beta. Anything over this way? No. Oh, the skull bird thing is talking to me. There we go. Yeah, we do need to do some racing. I logged in long enough to update all the DLC today. It took about 5 minutes.
Keep going. We must get you to your new home.
Coins! Oh, how exciting. I assume there's just a bunch of fodder down there for me. Better not make you wait too long for Godzilla. This is Sonic Racing. Sonic Crossworlds Racing. Okay. Consume to improve weaponry. Good. Hopefully that means they're not making it as weirdly esoteric as the first game. I was gonna say, I hear movement. Die, please. Thank you. Pick up the goodies. I hear someone around. Must be around the other side of this thing here. I want to make sure I don't miss any materials. See, the first game was so varied right from the start that, like, going off in a direction like this, you'd be in a whole different region with a different boss in no time flat. That's one of the things that made it hard for me because, one, it was really easy to get lost with the way things interconnected, and second, the fact that you were just immediately in a place with another boss was hard. There have to be more people here, right? Pick up stuff. Pick up all the stuff. I dodged. Ha! Come on. Let's... Oh, no. There we go. That's what I failed to get good at in the first game. Because the timing was a lot more precise. It feels a little looser now. Thank goodness. Whoop. Wrong button. Wrong button. Are you lit up because you have an item, or... Yes. Oh. Let me back up. Bye. Ah, damn it. I keep hitting the dodge button. I don't mean to do that. Are they over there? No? Stop that! My muscle memory here is from Stellar Blade. So that's screwing me up a little bit. It's what we call a skill issue in the biz. Yeah. Oh, crap. Yeah, they've definitely loosened up the parry from what it was. God damn it, the arrow's back in the screen now. Go away. Okay, apparently I only had 3 shots. Whoops. Lost my lock on. Do. Why are you glowing? There's nothing there. Don't be deceptive. Is this a save point? Ranged weaponry! Yeah, we just did the ranged weaponry. Wayne's weapon. Gloomforged sidearm, strike from a distance, felling enemies or breaking objects with deadly precision. Firing a sidearm costs resolve, which regenerates when landing melee hits. Okay. Good to know. I need to heal. How do I heal? That does not appear to have been the way to heal. Oh, yes, it was. Okay. So the yellow line must be the, Ooh. I like how he got stuck on the rock there. The other guy's sitting back there like, I don't know about this. Marriage, love, true love. Come on, come at me. I want to practice parrying a little more. Come on. I know you want me to shoot this guy. I don't want to shoot the guy. Okay. I'm certain there are tons of people out there that played the first game that have been deluging them. Is that the right word? I think so. With complaints going, oh, you loosened it up. You've made it too casual now. But hey, I'm all for this. Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in a hot minute. We should watch it again. We've got all sorts of stuff to watch. Okay, just making certain. Something going to come from up there. Or was I supposed to shoot something to break it? Can I climb? Does not appear that I can climb. I wonder if it really wants me to shoot something like, can I shoot these guys down? It's not reacting like there's anything there. God, the camera is so responsive. I'm going to have to tone that down, maybe. Oh, you should be heading to the tutorial boss, I imagine, right? Nothing that way. A revitalized beacon. Beacons. You have found a beacon, allowing the Undermother to locate your presence within the world and revive you here if you're defeated. Okay, so save point. Interacting with the beacon again restores health, resolve, and respawns foes. The beacon is still corrupted, but can be cleansed to provide additional benefits when resting there. We will cleanse it and see what happens. God damn it, keep swinging the arrow back. I'm getting very... Actually, you know what? Is there a way? Nope. I thought maybe there was a way to get back to settings and maybe turn it off, but it does not appear so. Okay, so it's cleansed. So I can go down in. Can I upgrade here? Get a new shell? What do I do? New item acquired. A strange, unrusting mechanism crafted for an unknown machine. Bring to Franz to discover its true purpose. Okay. We don't know Franz. I'm almost out of Mudslide. So tasty. If I'm not careful, I could drink the entire bottle of premix in one night. I did get some chocolate Godiva. Not chocolate Godiva. It's Godiva chocolate in it. But I got a bottle of chocolate Bailey's, which uses Godiva chocolate, to try. And I thought I would try mixing that with some Malibu rum with coconut liqueur, because I think that would make a very, very tasty drink. We'll find out if I'm right. I'll report on my progress in the Discord another day. Some enemies are more vulnerable to certain attacks. Try experimenting with attack types such as light, heavy, and ranged. Yeah, okay. Is there more to do here? No, that's it. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Bye-bye. What do you mean? You have plenty of friends. Yes, I love my friends. I have good friends. A lot of whom are in the stream. No, no, no. Yeah, I knew I was going to be up. Oh, God. Ah! I thought I had healed enough. Your connection to the shell has been severed. Wound your enemies with melee attacks to reclaim it. You can track the progress on your seal. When you've dealt enough melee damage, you can reclaim your shell. Each shell revival demands more bloodshed than the last. Ah, that's how they're up in the difficulty this time. Dang it. No, no, no. No, no, no. Ah, I still don't have the points to shoot you. Die, motherfucker. Thank you. I want my shell back. How do I reclaim my shell? Oh, only 63% of the way. Can I shoot you? I still need to kill more people to get my shell back. Can I break this? A gate has been lifted. Really? Could it be this? We shall cleanse the corruption. If only it was this easy to cleanse corruption in real life, huh? No, I don't want to return to the beacon. Or do I? Might be done here. Oh, what the heck? We'll do it. Up we go. I don't think we need to re-enter, though. That gave us our shell back. These were healing items, if I remember right. For each 100 in inventory adds plus 5 maximum health. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I believe there's... Well, in the first game, there was another use for them as well. But I don't remember what it was. Oh! Oh, man. Not quite enough to finish them off. I do love these type of games. I haven't played them for a while. I deliberately put myself off of them because, while they're my favorite type of game, they're also the type of game that can trigger my frustration the most and take me from easy and quiet mode to frustrated and angry mode. I'm just not going to let myself do that anymore. I'll switch games or something if I need to until I cool off. Okay. The question is, how do I use that ability? Heros petrifies nearby enemies, leaving them unable to act. While hardened, they take no damage but suffer break damage instead. Deal sufficient damage to this type to leave the victim vulnerable to riposte. Sure. It'd be really nice to know what controls those are, though. The problem is I have absolutely no idea what I have to hit to activate those skills. Guessing that. Fortunately, I was too slow, and this guy is going to be alive again. Heal up. Nope, got an ad coming up. Okay, the question is, should I keep going up? Or should I go down? That's a different type of enemy. I think for the moment I'll stay up. What do you do? Said these pieces of the Blessed Mother rain down from the heavens and fall to feet of her favorites, consumed by the tar for... Okay, so it's just another type of upgrade. I'm going to take a second and pause and walk around while the ad break plays. Give my legs a rest, but I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Smoking behind the supermarket is dropped. Are you talking about the latest volume of the manga? Because I thought it wasn't until next month. The anime is dropped. Again, I didn't think that was supposed to be until next month. What's it on? What service is it on? And damn it, I'm not going to make myself stop, or I'm not going to let myself stop now because I really want to. But I'll definitely be finding it and playing it after I'm done with the stream. Do you need me to throw it up on the Plexula? Yeah, I didn't think it was supposed to be now at all. But I'll grab it and put it up on the Plex right away. I have to catch up on everything else on the Plex later, but... Why can't I? All the other ones have been things I can grab. I can't grab this one. Wait, they dropped everything? What the hell? I wonder what that's all about. That's weird. They don't do that. That's not typical Crunchyroll. Okay, we've done all this up way now, so we'll do the bottom. Man, I know what I'm binging tonight. Crap, this is going to screw up my sleep. I'm debating if I want to do the heal quick. I think I will. Come on. You didn't need that, did you? Somehow I'm thinking you didn't. Ow! Quick shot McGraw over here. See the date on the episodes is 6/3. Believe me, I definitely did not miss it. It was hidden, if anything. But yeah, it was not originally supposed to launch this week. So that's a big surprise. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. I will binge it. I will be very happy. Can I sneak up on you? No, apparently I can't. This is a mistake. That's really right. Yeah, right? That's what I was saying. It's like, oh, I could go right after the first 6 episodes divided into 12 mini episodes were streamed in advance on June 3rd on, what the heck is it? Abema? That must be a Japanese thing. Oh God, it's a poison swamp. Because of course it is. You know what? Screw you. You want to go? Let's go. Man, I'm still losing health. Ah! Give me a save point. I'm not getting a save point. I'm getting a I'm getting a boss. Oh, crap. Wait, I came back. Nope, I did not mean to switch weapons. Let's see here. I think Mom is going to kill the dog. Why? What's the dog doing now? Well, you're taking a freaking snorter like the slice of the life drug it is. It truly is very addictive. But just enemy all season with everything going on. Have so much to binge. Well, it's all going up on the Plex if you need that. Ramparts of Ice is another one I didn't talk about early on, but I highly recommend it. Everything aside for Yamada or Tamaya, you can choose. I'm guessing I don't have the ability to level up until after.
Get up.
Oh, punk. Screw you. Good night, Ula. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for the news. Why? I was like, why can't I switch weapons? It's so much fun not knowing what does what in the controls.
Your shell serves you as a brother.
Now that I know that's all poison, we'll come up and drop down instead. Nope. Oh, hey, Lexi, didn't you try ordering a shirt or something from the store? Did you actually get it? Is it actually working? I don't recall ever hearing a follow-up on that. I didn't think about it until the link just came up. And how is it? What's the quality like? I don't even know when you ordered. You'll have to show me. I think it's funny. I'll have to try and log in and see what I need to do to see if I can get my money or if I can apply the money towards the fee for the shop. Okay. Okay, this is annoying. Am I stuck? Do I have to take on your idiot dudes? Or can I literally bypass you? Ow. Well, I think it's kind of fun that I can get them to fight each other. Die, mofo. Okay, so second time, not the first time, but there we go. Quality is fine. Seems to be the same as the one you bought before. I don't remember what you bought before. So one of the parody shirts. Let's see what I can pick up. Gloom retrieved. And yet, this is not enough to let me get my shell back. Must not die. What'd you call me? What'd you call me, punk? You still coming? You're still coming? Die, please. Thank you. All things considered, I'm not at all sad about my progress. I got my shell back. Yay! Moonshine. I could do with some healing stuff, please. Actually, I thought of a game that I want to get back to and finish, which I had put aside for a while because I hit a brick wall, which is Fallen Feathers. I forget what the first part of the title was. I really liked that game. I thought it was very good. I just hit a skill check brick wall that I couldn't get past, and if I have to lower the quality, or not the quality, if I have to lower the difficulty to do it, I'll do it. But I really want to finish that game because I liked it a lot. Oh, you motherfucker. I have no healing left. Did he ignore me now? I thought that was something that was going to do something based upon the quick flash. You're not a thing. Whoop. Pick up. What am I picking up? I don't know. Stupid arrow's back in the middle of the screen again. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm dead. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dope. I don't really need to see the cake of the shells. Thank you. I can do without dessert. Man, I gotta go all the way back through here. Let's do the Dark Souls thing. Let's just run.
Your shell serves you as a brother.
I should not have to fight the boss again if it's like the first game. I don't think there's anything around here that I'm missing. Come on. Come on. Okay, we can be a little more precise at the moment, because we know what to expect with these guys. Ow. Punk. Didn't drop anything good for me? Of course not. Did I go this way before? No, I went around the other way. Ooh. Okay. There is nothing here, right? No. Once we get to the next save point, I'll probably stop for today and then pick back up on Thursday. Did someone just shoot me from behind? What happened? Nope. I don't know what the hell happened there. No, no, no. I don't want to be spying on him anymore. I'm perfectly willing to run away. Your kitty does purr a lot. Your kitty is the purr monster. Ooh. Wonder what happened if I drop down there. Come on, get me to a save point. Yes! No! I thought this was a save point. Ooh, it healed me. It healed me. Thank goodness. But I could have sworn this was a type of tree that was a save point. Apparently not. This one. Let's rest and... Do we have enough to cleanse it? Apparently we do. Let's go inside before we stop. Or is this basically just connected to where the other one was? But maybe we can go a little further now?
Wandering twat.
Come on. That's interesting. I like that you can shortcut your way like that. Of course, it's not going to stop me from getting lost constantly. It probably contribute to me getting lost, but... Oh, God. Bye-bye. We got one of these again. More weapon upgrade stuff. Wonder when we'll get to Franz. Anything else here? Nope, that appears to be it. So each time just takes you into another small thing. Rest. And then I am going to stop here for today. Like I said, we'll pick it back up on Thursday, assuming the open beta is still going on Thursday. And we'll continue at 5 o'clock Central Time. If you want to see times for like Wednesday morning or what I'm going to play other times, please check out the Discord. Thank you to everyone who hung around tonight. Thank you for the subs, those who subbed. And I'll try and start working up to going longer, but... as I get back into streaming, I want to make certain I play it safe and not overwork myself. So, I'll see y'all later on and take care. Thank you very much.